So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run for it. Cook. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run. This is Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Go. Go.
Here's David Montgomery, second-year man from Iowa State.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Right there. 54, right there, right there.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Third down and 12.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
He may try and run for this. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
Their own 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They run it again with Cook. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. Check the out, check the out, check the out. Hey, check 24, check 24.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be, a much more physical team that complemented their defense.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Cook. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down now, it's Cook, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, Cousins. His pass caught at the 4.
And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Watch the out. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run for it with Cook, and he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They'll run with Cook. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's Khalil Mack, the All-Pro, in there to get him behind the line.
At the Bears' 16-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
They try again with Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough third and goal forthcoming.
What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, it's Cohen. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Abdullah to return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Chicago, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race.